This beautiful country is just 4 hours from India and it's visa free for Indians. Welcome to Malaysia. In this video, I will be telling you about everything from a detailed itinerary to places to visit, from where to eat to where to stay, and a detailed budget breakdown. So if you're planning a trip here, this is the only video that you will need, and watch this video till the end. Good morning. I'm at Kuala Lumpur Airport, and here are a few quick pointers if you're planning a trip here. As of 2025, Malaysia is visa free for Indians. All you need is to fill an arrival form, have your flight and hotel bookings in place, and your entry is quite effortless. Now, coming to the currency, there are currency exchange stores around. I've carried dollars with me and I've gotten that exchanged into ringgit just for today. And I'll be going to the city center and getting the rest of my currency exchanged. Now, Malaysia airport is around 50 kilometers from the city center, and you have three options to get there. One is cab, second is a rail link, and third is a bus. Now, cab would cost you around 110 ringgit, rail link to the city center would cost you around 55 ringgit, and the cheapest option is to get there by a bus, which will just cost you 10 ringgit. Next, you can also get your SIM card right at the airport, and these are the best options. I have arrived to Malaysia late in the evening, and this iconic place is my first stop. Welcome to Petronas Towers, the tallest twin towers on earth. And the best time to visit here is in the evening because the towers light up and it's absolutely stunning. My next stop in Kuala Lumpur is the iconic Batu Caves, and as you can see, it's very colorful, and there are around 250 steps that you need to climb to reach a limestone cave. There's a temple right here, and the entire place is so colorful. It's definitely a must visit spot when you're in Kuala Lumpur. This is the KL Tower, and it is one of the tallest telecommunication towers in the world. You know what that means, right? You can go right on top and get 360-degree views of Kuala Lumpur. Let me attach some screenshots right here of my pictures from this place. It's absolutely stunning. There's a sky deck, there's dining, there are a lot of things that you can do inside this place. After you're done with KL Tower, definitely visit the Upside Down House. It's very interesting, and this is a very nice stop that you can take when you're here. The next place you've got to visit when you're in Kuala Lumpur is Chinatown. It's absolutely bustling. You can do some shopping, get some good food. So it's basically a nice fun stopover when you're here. Long day, but I've been looking forward to this place since morning. I'm at Jalan Alor, the ultimate food street of Kuala Lumpur, and you can see how bustling this place is. It's 11 p.m. in the night. This place is filled with aromas of different cuisines and food, so I can't wait to go and try out some delicious food here. But the best part about Malaysia is there's food for everybody. You can come down to one of these curry houses, select your food accordingly. There are counters, and just enjoy a meal for a very reasonable price. Come for lunch. I've got some teh tarik and nasi lemak. So I'm now at Oriental Coffee in KLCC. This is authentic Oriental cuisine and I had to wait in a queue for almost half an hour to get a table. Here I've ordered some kaya toast, some coffee and the very popular egg tart. This is the world's stinkiest fruit. So let's try a durian and see how it is. Wearing gloves. It's amazing. It's so creamy. Tastes just like custard. I didn't expect to like this, but it's amazing. The best part about the stays in Malaysia are the rooftop pools. Okay, now it's time to give you my room tour. This is what 3,000 rupees gets you in Malaysia. It's a service apartment and I'm on the 36th floor right now. There's a nice TV, a place to sit, the bed, and look at the best part. This is my view. And that is Petronas Towers right there. What else would you need? Let me show you a few more features that I have in this room. So here's a place to sit where you can enjoy the view and work. And then there's a TV and there's a fridge, kitchen, and a place to sit. The washrooms inside, let me give you a quick glimpse. A shower area and then, yeah, pretty decent. The washroom as well. And then here's another place to sit and a sofa. So it's very cozy. A place like this in Dubai would easily cost above 20k. But Malaysia, I think it's a great destination to just come and experience a stay like this. I'm in Langkawi right now and this island is absolutely amazing. Turquoise blue water, there are mountains, there are cable cars here, there are waterfalls here. It's absolutely stunning. Langkawi is a must visit place. Starting my first activity in Langkawi and I'm going on an island hopping tour. This costed me around 30 ringgit. Gonna take us to 3 islands and we get an hour at each island. And look at my views. This looks very similar to Thailand or Philippines. Absolutely stunning. In my island tour, I've made my first stopover and this place has the largest freshwater lake of this region. So just have a look at it. It's very beautiful. And I've arrived at my second stop, which is an Eagle Island. And this island was my third stop. It was a bright sunny day and the pristine views that I got from this island and the crystal clear beaches was just unmatched. And I ended this island tour with some delicious local Malaysian lunch. Now it's time to do something very special. I'm taking the world's steepest cable car ride to get to an iconic place. We are talking 45 degrees incline. So I have arrived at the top of the cable car bridge of Langkawi and this is my first stop before I head to the Sky Bridge. Here this is the world's steepest cable car and this was absolutely amazing. The Sky Bridge has a lot of steps. Didn't expect so many steps. So there's a lift sort of a thing to get to the bridge. Just take that and thank me later. By the time I reached, the sky bridge was covered in clouds. Still looked beautiful though, like a hill station. Now the whole vibe of Langkawi changes in the evening. So one thing you must do when you're in Langkawi is visit the night markets here, and the best part is the night markets happen in different areas of Langkawi every single day. It's mainly food centric, but there's also a little shopping as well in case you're interested. But the vibe is amazing, and you get everything here from seafood to fried chicken to all the local delicacies. So if you're in Langkawi, don't miss this experience. It is something that will stay with you. Majestic Eagle Square when you're here. And I am ending my eventful Langkawi trip right here. And this is where I stayed in Langkawi. And this resort also costed me 3,000 rupees per day. Best time to visit Langkawi and Malaysia would be between December to March. Getting around. In Kuala Lumpur, you can take a metro or book a Grab cab. In Langkawi, you can either rent a car or a bike, or you can even book a cab from the Grab app. There's also a 7-Eleven here where you get everything here from food. Like if you're hungry, grab a quick bite. And then there's water, there are drinks, there's hot food as well. You can get it heated. There's a place to sit right here. It's so convenient. Like you get everything in 7-Eleven. So we have come to the end of this video, and if you like the video, please don't forget to like, save, share and